Michel Franco, director of After Lucia. Welcome to Stockholm.
Hi.
As I understand it, the film is based on several cases of bullying, and I was wondering, why did you want to base a film on these real-world cases?
The distribution companies in different countries have said that it's based on many cases, which is not absolutely true or false. And I wasn't even really attempting to make a film about bullying. It was more, on a more personal level, it was about grief and mourning and depression and the way two characters behave after the death of someone who's close, and then about violence inside our society. And bullying was just one of the subjects, but since such an important thing nowadays, it took more attention than I imagined.
Okay. Did you feel that somehow has harmed the film? Has it
No,
obscured the
no,
message?
the opposite. I think since it's such an important subject nowadays, and people believe the film is about bullying, which is also true. It's also about bullying. Then people are more attracted to it. I think it's good.
I was also wondering why you wanted to make a film that focuses on the youth of today's Mexico.
Well, I don't know. I'm attracted to young people, to teenagers. I'm a young filmmaker as well, so maybe I still feel close to that coming of age period. I can still understand what's going on with teenagers, and I think it's an important, it's an interesting stage of life.
Okay. The film won the Uncertain Regard category at Cannes, and it also won the Euro Prize at Chicago International Film Festival, and recently was selected as the Mexican entry in the next year's Oscar race. I was wondering, how does it feel to have made such a successful film, and why do you think it's been so successful?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it feels great because when you sit down and write something on your own for several months or even a couple of years, it's such an effort that you're only hoping for someone to pay attention to it, and now it has a lot of attention, so that's great. Why it's been successful, I guess the actors did a good job, and the subject matters are important, and the way it's shot. I mean, it's a gamble film, so I guess I did a couple of things right, so it's kind of working. I don't know.
Yeah, there are 4 films from Mexico showing at the festival right now, and there's seemed to be a lot of buzz around the Mexican film scene. And I was wondering why you think that is.
I guess it's a combination of many things. To begin with, it's a huge country, a 120 million people country with a huge economy. So 70 films are made every year, and it's a country with a lot of chaos. I live in Mexico City, 23 million people city. So there's much to tell and much to say, and it's not as developed as France or the States, which is great because there's still lots to be done. So I guess we're just lucky.
Do you think Mexican film has begun to develop its own narrative or its own voice in any way?
Absolutely, and especially what's interesting about Mexico is that you can easily mention 10 different directors who are like, with 2 or 3 films, and everyone has a different style. We're not so similar between each other, but we all know each other and we're working together, but aside from each other. I cannot think about any other country with 10 great directors. I mean, Romania has a wave, and Iran had its wave, and so, but in Mexico it's big because of the size of the country. I think it's interesting.
So this is your second feature film. I was wondering what's next. Do you have any new projects?
Yeah,
on the
I
horizon?
shot a film already. It's in post production.
Oh, okay.
So
Could you tell me a little about that?
Yeah, it's called A los ojos, like into the eyes, or about looking straight into some reality, to the face to face with it. And it's about a social worker who's working on the streets of Mexico with homeless people, and she's trying to help them out, but she's facing at some point of the movie a moral issue. And so the big question of the film is whether you're really able to help each other when you have some problems of your own.
Okay.
So I'm still on the same. It's not gonna be that different from my first 2 movies, but it's something new.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Well, thank you for a great film.
Yeah, hopefully I'll come back with a new movie.